The fuck you mean I said something today? What? I'm not gonna fucking talk? What the fuck? What are you talking about? What happened? What was she angry at? Yeah, what conversation were you having? Yeah, pretty good.
Okay, that works. That should work now. Okay. It's insane, dude. And then she brought up another fallacious argument where she said crime in the city has gotten, or like crime in general has gotten worse because of population, which technically isn't wrong, but that's really not how you look at it. You look at it either per capita or the per rate of the increase, and
So what the other people try to tell her?
the only people that were trying to tell her something it was basically the same thing. Like my cousin was talking about how they're giving people I can't remember what the word he used, but basically like an edge, sort of like an equity thing, not an equality, because equity is trying to get a homeless person to either have as much as you or um, be on your level without like acquiring it. Where she was like, "Oh, I want them to be able to do it," but then we're just like, "Okay, they can be able to do it, but that doesn't mean that they have to be incentivized to be chosen." That's what my cousin was saying. His wife was saying kind of the same thing. Like, even though she's a woman, she was kind of like, "I want a dude to be a fucking firefighter over a woman because of fucking logic." And then my uncle, um, he obviously he's not as good at arguing, like, um, I guess well thought out, like describing it properly. But he was basically going on about how they don't adhere to culture. And the only other people that weren't on our side were the people saying that we should stop. And I guess
What, just the conversation.
yeah. Which my point was, if you don't talk about it, it's either gonna get worse or nothing's gonna change. And I fucking told her, it's like, dude, you're 50, so you don't have to worry about this shit now, but I have to live through it.
Yeah.
Like I said that to her face.
What did she say when? Yeah, what did she say?
I don't think she said anything. Like, I think after I started talking, she mostly shut down. Because I can't remember. I didn't bring up Walmart. Okay, so I don't know how many Walmarts you've been to, but if you go to Walmart in Vaughan, it's only, I'm not saying that I want it to be, but it's basically only white people in a rich area.
Yeah.
Which, if you say, oh, white people, this is the dumbest argument because it's actually factually untrue. Her kind of point was the white people don't want to work at jobs like that, which, if you actually look at statistics, white people tend to go to those jobs around the same percentage of what the unemployment rate is. And then you'll look at some South American countries, some of them like Cuba, they tend to be below the unemployment rate, and some other ethnic backgrounds like Mexico, and I think one was either El Salvador, one of those, maybe Ecuador, El Salvador, one of those two, is actually a few decimal points above the unemployment rate. So she just is saying nonsense there. But what was my point at the beginning before I went on that?
Well, I just asked if she said anything after you said that you're the one that's lived through, and you said she said nothing.
She said that. Well, the thing that after I started talking, her like only point was, well, what is their experience? Which isn't really a point. It's sort of like a rhetorical question that no one can prove or disprove. So it's
what does she mean? What is their experience? She talking about Indian people?
just the potential people that are getting the jobs over me. Like whether
like their
it's
work experience?
Yeah, previous experience.
I don't really think they have much in the way of experience before they get hired.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, I didn't bring up the point where how do you get experience without getting experience?
Yeah.
It's a circular fucking void.
Yeah, it's a common thing. People complain about when they're making applications for any job nowadays.
Yeah, and it's people like her
Entry
who don't
level.
have to worry about that. Because back when she was, it's crazy because even back then when the unemployment rate was high, I don't know how it statistically worked out, but people were still able to get jobs and still pay for shit like better than they can now. I think my dad at one point said the unemployment rate was 60%, which I don't think it actually was. I think it was closer to 20. But I'm pretty sure it wasn't because 20% of the workforce wasn't working. I think it's just the 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 economy required more,
It's crazy.
it still allowed the economy to grow really well.
Minions have spawned.
Yeah, dude, like I was she said so many things that I was disagreeing to like like in my own head before. I was just like I'm either not going to listen to this or I'm going to say something and she'll have to stop.
What did your sister think?
She wasn't there. Oh,
Oh,
another thing she said that employers or nothing or no one, like employers or whatever, contact contextual fucking shit like employers or managers or whatever, like with payrolls and all that. She said that they don't get benefits for hiring immigrants. I'm like, that's first of all, that's just wrong. It's retarded. And I'm like, I don't think I said this, but I was thinking of saying, well, my sister knows many owners of businesses where they all either know that they get benefits for hiring immigrants like that, or they don't because they just want to hire the best people. They don't hire them to get the benefits just because they want to hire the best people. It's like to say that isn't happening is just. She was saying that we live in a bubble, and I'm like, no, you literally know nothing. She I think I said this before. She thinks Austin, Texas is a good city. That's a horrible city. That's like in the top 20 of like the worst cities in the entire United States on many metrics. Crime, fucking homelessness, uh, cost of living. It's fucking retarded, dude. And I said it, dude. Like, dude, maybe I shouldn't have, but I said like Joe is my uncle whose house it was that we were at today. I was like, dude, I don't know what word I used, but I basically said like I love Joe, but every time I come here, I hear her say some dumb shit. And it's funny because none of them got mad. They were just like, they kind of were just like, yeah. Because it's like me, every time I go there, I have to fucking shut up and just take it. Even though it literally makes me feel like an alien.
yeah. Sometimes people just need to fucking shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah, fuck. Trundle ADC. What?
said her daughter was there.
Yeah, her daughter was kind of agreeing with her, but not like. I don't know. What was she's? It's kind of like the blanket, like, oh, why do you care? It's like, it's so dumb, dude. It's so low IQ. Like they don't think of consequences to anything.
Damn. What
Like,
do you mean when you say they, dog? Talking
I'll
about women?
yes, emotional people that can
Damn.
form proper arguments because they're too emotional. I didn't really use you as an example, but in my head I was like, I don't fucking care. Like, I'd rather take you over a random white person like her because you're less of a retard than them. I don't care if you work a fucking shitty job or whatever. I don't care if you work at home or fucking depot, whatever it's called. Because you've at least, even though you were born here, I'll just use the word, you've assimilated to the culture better than I would say most white people have. Like, I don't have a problem.
Well, I don't know about that.
Dude, white people are the worst. You could have 10 black people that are gangbangers, and I'd probably say that woke whites are worse. I hate them. They're the worst. But yeah, I don't even know what I was gonna say now. Let's go, baby.
You think if I was there and I said what you said?
Oh, no, stop. No. Before you say that, she said it in the argument. She would call you an Uncle Tom.
Yeah, really.
Which is in itself is racist because she's having the expectation that I don't even know the word, but basically the way that I look at that, she said, like, basically to me being an Uncle Tom is assimilating to the culture, which is no problem to me. Like you don't have to think exactly the same as me, but you can't be a fucking retard.
An ally has been slain.
She used that word, that term, dude. Like, dude, when I fucking heard that, I was like, holy fuck, that's dumb.
She
said Uncle Tom. Yes.
Holy fuck, dude.
Dude, I'm telling you, these liberals are the most racist people when they think they're not. They have
that's like legit racist.
They have the bigotry of low expectations. They have all that shit. It's fucking retarded. It's basically putting non-whites into a bubble where they can't have any free thinking of themselves. They have to think in accordance to whatever thinking like a black person even means. Like, to me that doesn't even make sense. Like, that's not even a thing. To me, that just implies that they can't even think for themselves.
Enemy rampage.
And yeah, dude, she literally fucking used that term. Yeah, after I started saying something, I was happy, dude. I was like, finally, I fucking didn't just sit there, have to deal with that shit.
What did you think when she came back and she was crying?
Oh, well, we didn't really say anything after that about it.
No, but what did you think about that?
I was just like, I honestly, I was like, she's emotional. Like, it's kind of how, like, when she's talking, that's usually how I assume she is anyway. Like, a lot of her opinions come from just emotion.
Yeah. Yeah. There's Ronald McDonald there.
No, she's at some camp or some shit.
Yeah.
for a month. I'm like, dude, how much do you make, bro? Her bi-weekly payment on her mortgage is like 25 or 2700. So she is like the last person who can talk about like what life is right now. She can afford even half of that. Dude, why are they? This guy's playing a tank as an attack damage carry, and he's saying thanks. What is it called? Ironically to me, like, bro, you're fucking retarded.
Your turret has been destroyed.
So that was my day, dude. I went swimming. I had some burgers with fucking sausages.
Good, man.
What about you? What do you do?
Shut down.
I stayed home today. I didn't go to work. Just got to sleep in.
Shit, we're fucked. We're cucked and fucked. Thanks, bro. Thanks for the leash.
An ally has been slain. Turret plate will fall soon.
Play with your guitar?
No, I have to get it to sound like a fucking an electric guitar. Because since it's I don't know what I have to do. And I haven't found the proper amp simulator, so I might have to use a real amplifier, plug that into my audio interface, so I have like 4 different things plugged into the
Just
fucking
bring
audio.
the guitar to Father and play and ask them.
Pretty sure I could just call them.
Or pretty
Unstoppable. An ally has been slain. Your turret has been destroyed. An ally has been slain.
That's what's up. Thank you, Tommy Halter. I can't confirm. It's the number one way to get your campaign off the ground is support us here at CobraCast. Tommy Halter for New Mexico governor. Let's fucking go. Look at the chat. The chat's hyped. Chat is hyped. Somebody said, I hope he's not a libertarian. Yeah, that would be a quick way to end your campaign pretty quickly. So let's see. Keeping an eye on this. Thank you, Tommy Halter, for the $100 super chat. And good luck on your campaign, sir. Jenna produces Alex Cole likes things in many areas. So I'm assuming because of my reaction to her rant about Alligator Alcatraz, I'm assuming many people probably did a little bit of research. You probably got came to the same conclusions I did, that typically she doesn't talk as much in her normal videos as she did in the video that we watched. Now, here's something interesting, because Elon Musk has put this poll up. Independence Day is the perfect time to ask if you want independence from the Tea Party. Someone would say uniparty. Should we create the America Party? And you obviously see the results so far. Elon is doing everything he can to get these results. And, you know, I talked about this before, but it's like, you know, remember Elon basically put up a poll like, should Alex Jones return? You know, Twitter. Should he allow Donald Trump to come back to Twitter, yada, yada, yada. And, you know, I always said, like, it's a fun meme that he would do those things, but the fact of the matter is that there should be no poll to ask if Alex Jones should have a voice on social media. He should have a voice on social media. There should be no poll to ask if Donald Trump should have a voice on social media. He should have a voice on social media. And so now you've got Elon pushing this. So look, man, there's a lot of people that want to tiptoe around all of this Elon stuff, and that's perfectly fine for them. But the bottom line is, Elon Musk is actively working against the United States of America. Is what he's doing. That's what he's doing right now. Like with the things that Trump is doing, with the momentum that we have, and this is why the Democrats continue to have any significance whatsoever, because you always have people that are working against the conservative side. You always have it. Like Trump has never been more popular. He has never had more momentum. He has never been in a better place. And now
Dog,
Elon Musk
what if
is
your
actively
cousins don't
working
invite you
against
back, dog?
Trump's agenda, the same agenda that he said was the only thing that
I
could
think
save
my
America.
uncle would know.
So that's what Elon Musk is doing right now. He's actively working against the
Damn,
United
dog.
States of America. So,
My uncle is
he does
not
create a
someone to
third
get
party
butthurt
that
like
will
that.
skim off 2% of the vote or
Unless I
whatever.
was like, I don't
He's just
know. I don't
causing
know what I would
problems
have to
for
do to
conservatives.
piss him off, but
That's
it's
all
not
he's
something
doing.
that I probably would have any desire to do anyway.
So it's ridiculous, but it is what it is. So, X is reverting back to some of the old Twitter crap. Yeah, I mean, it is very it's very sad that Elon has decided to go in this direction. But look, man, that's his deal. He's welcome to do that. But it doesn't mean that we can't call it out. So like right now, look at this, okay? We want to talk about like right now with everything going on. This is what the Trump White House has accomplished just recently.
This was one of the hottest weeks in our nation's history, and I'm not talking temperature. Let's break it all down in this week's Magna Minute. The jobs numbers for the month of June are in, and the United States added 147,000 jobs, exceeding market expectations for the fourth month in a row. Our unemployment rate fell to 4.1%, again defying expectations. The price of eggs has rapidly declined under President Trump, inspiring Waffle House to announce that it has removed its egg surcharge from the menu. In a huge win for women who play sports, the Department of Education secured an agreement with the University of Pennsylvania to remove men from women's sports, and it corrects the record in favor of sanity. President Trump continues to deliver trade deals. He announced a trade deal with Vietnam, which will give the U.S. total access to their markets for the first time ever. The president also visited Alligator Alcatraz in Florida, reaffirming our commitment to law and order in our country. And he visited the great state of Iowa to kick off a series of celebrations across the country to celebrate next year's 250th birthday of the United States. And finally, Congress worked hard to deliver the one big beautiful bill to President Trump's desk. This bill means no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, and a big beautiful tax cut for everyone. It's on the way. And for those of you celebrating our nation's birthday, the cost of a 4th of July cookout for 10 people skyrocketed by more than 20% under Joe Biden, but that cost has dropped under President Trump. This 4th of July, we are celebrating not only the birth of our great nation, but the birth of a golden age of economic prosperity for you and your family. And the best is yet to come. We'll see you for next week's MAGA Minute. Happy Independence Day.
So there you have it right there. A huge 2 weeks for President Trump. I will say that based on what a lot of people are saying right now with the no tax on tips, it does seem very misleading from what I'm understanding, that there's this cap on it. So that's a fair criticism for sure. A very fair criticism. Okay. So let's see what we got going on here.
So we are also remembering why we're celebrating this great holiday. It's because of those brave men and women.
Absolutely, and you know what I love about it, and you always capture this, Abby, is that the picture of the ones who pay for all of this, and they're the ones who are defended by these people, and so it really is a beautiful scene, and thank you for sharing with us.
Thanks, Charlie. Happy 4th.
And to you. So as President Trump and the GOP celebrate the 4th of July and all their recent wins, there's still accountability to be had from past administrations. The New York Post breaking the story of CIA review
Okay, so let me get back over here. I don't want to miss when we do go live because we are waiting for the Trump administration, the Trump White House to go live for the signing of the big beautiful bill. So we will see when that goes live. Norm Alman says Elon should solve the bot problem before he goes to X to ask if he should do things. Well, I mean, most of Elon's people that he retweets and interacts with are freaking foreign people anyway, like Ian Miles Jong. Johnny Whiskers says I tagged you and DM'd you on Twitter. Noted. David Simpson says how many of those polled are Americans? I'm sure there are a lot of Ian Miles Jongs and yes, agreed. That's my problem with it too. Is and Elon knows that. He does. East Coast Social Voices, that's what I'm saying. Elon appoints an ex-WEF VP and as CEO after claiming censorship will be cut back. What a liar. The hell is he doing? Jason J says wrong. It's still taxed on Social Security at the end of the year. So yeah, I don't know. The thing about it is this is what you get with you. You get a lot of good and some really a lot of bad.
No, you fucking whorecunt. Oh, you fucking bitch, dude.
And you know, my issue isn't that he's gone against Trump. My issue is that it looks like he manipulated himself as a MAGA supporter when he really wasn't a MAGA supporter. So, I mean, Elon's always been at odds with Trump over the years. They've always had a rocky relationship, but when Trump got shot and held up the fight fist, that's when Elon jumped on the bandwagon for MAGA. Now, he utilized that moment, which I thought could have been a moment that, yeah, would have convinced anyone. It's like, dude, the guy just got shot, and he stood up and said, fight, with blood running down his face. And so that would inspire a lot of people to support him. So, but the problem is, here we go.
Got parts of the affordable care. What you essentially are doing by stripping healthcare away from the American.
If it was from someone else,
So back to the point at hand. So what it looks like to me is that Elon Musk saw Trump get shot, realized Trump was going to win, decided to go all in, spend all this money, boost his political influence, support Trump, and of course Trump was going to win. But Elon's purchase of Twitter, I believe Elon's purchase of Twitter had more to do with Trump winning than Elon's sudden support of Trump after he got shot. But it does go back to Elon purchasing Twitter, which was a massive moment. And I don't know if Trump gets elected if Elon doesn't purchase Twitter. I truly don't. But in terms of Trump's Elon's support, at that point in time, I feel like Trump was already going to win. And so, you know, he took full advantage of the situation. More power to him. He was embraced by MAGA. He was embraced by Trump. He was embraced by the entire administration. And now it just looks like he was using all of that in order to elevate him to a place where he could continue to be a disruptor. That's what it looks like he did. And yeah, so that's where we are right now. And he is he could be a huge problem moving forward. He absolutely could. It just depends, because I mean, you're going to see a lot of MAGA people that will not call him out. There's a ton of MAGA people that will not call him out. And you know, he's not a disruptor, Jeremy. He just wants a better bill. Fuck off, okay? Fuck off with that nonsense. Elon Musk doesn't understand how the world of politics works, all right? This isn't about what Trump wants or what he doesn't want. It's what Trump can get passed through. And that's what boneheaded young motherfuckers don't understand. This isn't about having the bill that you want. This is about getting the bill that can get passed through so that President Trump can sign it. Too many motherfuckers do not understand how shit works. You're not going to be involved and say, this is the bill I want,
Scooby.
and this is what I'm going to get passed. That is not realistic. But you listen to dumb motherfuckers like Dave Smith, who seem to think that if the bill isn't exactly what I want, then it can't get passed. That is not how this shit fucking works. And the fact that a retard with a microphone like me has to explain that shit to people says a lot about where we are as a society. Because I am not the person that should have a voice that has to say shit like this to wake people up. It's not that hard to understand how this shit works. Does it mean it's right? Does it mean I like it? No. But this is the reality of the world that we live in. Fuck hell. I just don't understand how people are so fucking retarded that they just don't understand the most simplistic way that this shit works. I don't get it. How are you so dumb? Fuck. Elon just wants a better bill, Jeremy. What? Elon Musk said that Donald Trump should retire from politics because he was like a bull in a china shop. Elon Musk backed Ron DeSantis. Do you know how Ron DeSantis' campaign went? Elon wants to say he wants a better bill. You couldn't even get DeSantis to defeat Nikki fucking Haley. If Elon wants a better bill, focus on getting your bill to defeat Nikki fucking Haley first before you talk about telling President Trump how to get a bill passed through. Fuck off. It's so annoying, dude. He couldn't even beat Nikki Haley with the most popular governor in the country. Unbelievable. Swig of water for the working man. And yeah, it's that libertarian mindset, though, that so many people have. And they're not willing to do research. So they listen to libertarians who have absolutely no impact on anything. And they think that the libertarian mindset, which is a loser mindset, they think that mindset is what Donald Trump is. And it's like, there's a reason that the libertarians get 2% and no one takes them seriously.
Oh my god, dude.
They literally
Got absolutely fucking melted. Holy shit.
It's the guy at home telling Michael Jordan how to play basketball. It's the guy sitting there eating Cheetos, telling Michael Jordan how to shoot. Well, Michael Jordan should have shot the ball. Honey, there has to be some more Cheetos. It's fucking retarded. Anyway, Baba Yogi says 250 plus rednecks here on the 4th in Appalachia. Beer, boobs, guns, and barbecue all day long. We've been using a Prius as a target. The 50 cal plus C4 will be our fireworks. Hail the 199. Come on up next year. Mod Live Smash. Let's go, Bravo. Let's fucking go.
Killing spree.
Be careful. Be careful. All right. Patriotic Eagle says, my take on the big beautiful bill isn't perfect. No, but it does contain Trump's campaign promises, especially for the border security. So all in all, I'm happy it passed. Happy 4th to the 199 and hail Trump. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Oh yeah. We saw on James Stream today. There's a Jeremy now. There's going to be a Jeremy Nick Nero says Elon is irrelevant. Trump is president, and Elon is some guy with money. Presidents can lock up dudes for no reason. Ask Biden. Well, Trump's not going to do that, but and listen, man, Elon is not irrelevant, and that's the problem. He's not irrelevant, so I think dismissing Elon is irrelevant is a tactical mistake. Elon Musk is very much a relevant individual, and he needs to be treated as such. I think it's a tactical mistake to not realize that he is very much relevant, very much. There is the link for the Cobra Cast merch right here. If you're looking for the official Cobra Cast logo, t-shirt or hoodie, you can go over to Teespring. All right, you can go over here. We got other stuff. We got hoodies. I like the blue. The blue pops. That pops. That's really good right there. I like that. So you can change the colors, whatever you want to do, but I like that blue. That blue pops. So, But anyway, thank you guys for supporting us over there. Those will be available for a limited time. So make sure you go over there and check those out. Okay, so we're still waiting. Currently waiting for everything to happen and take off. We'll see. Thank you guys for being here. Do appreciate it. Norm Al Man for 10 says, "Wow, I didn't get everything I wanted, even though I got some of it." Libertarian. The libertarian symbol should be a baby because that's what bulbs are. I agree. I 100% agree. American advocacy is perfection, the enemy of good. Glad that the big beautiful bill passed. Me too. Jim says Trump made the bill that he could. He did. Richard says if the win helps, goes to one person, it goes to Rogan. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Rogan definitely helps too. Like, a lot of people help. Rogan helps. Elon helps. Theo Vaughn helps. Ultimately, Trump is the reason it happened. That's the truth of it. Alan Green says, also Thomas Massey, happy birthday, everybody. Yeah, he's your typical libertarian. All talk, action, and has no results. So that's really my opinion on Massey. He's just a grandstander. Pat Patriot says, too many people in FNT have a king. This is better. Stephen Train says, fuck Elon, concerning the big beautiful bill. As a retired forklift driver, anything that we get is better than the fork in the eye with a sharp stick. Thank you, Stephen Strange. Barron helped by getting Trump on Theo Vaughn. I hope Barron is the guy that everybody claims he is. I think that, I mean, I hope he is. I mean, people are putting a lot of faith in Barron Trump, and they're really putting like a hope in Barron Trump. And I don't even know if the kid wants to be in politics. You know, hopefully he will down the road, but, you know. So, listen, the same people that,
Dear
told you that Trump is controlled by Israel are now celebrating because Trump made a comment that they think will upset Jews. And this is what's so funny about it, man. Like, so right here. So this was yesterday. Now again, the Hodge twins last week were saying he was controlled by Israel, and now they're celebrating because he makes a comment that they think is anti-Israel. So it's like the mindset of people that are just constantly looking for things is crazy. So here's what President Trump said that has people saying it's anti-Semitic. Oh my God! Here we go.
No death tax, no estate tax, no going to the banks and borrowing from, in some cases, a fine banker, and in some cases, Shylocks, bad people.
What did you just say? So, of course, they asked him about it. So Trump says he wasn't familiar with the word.
I've never heard it that way. To me,
Here we go. So here's Trump asked.
Ask you about one of the words you used for your speech, Shylocks. That's widely viewed as an anti-Semitic phrase. Do you intend for that word to be used?
No, I've never heard it that way. To me, Shylock is somebody that's a money lender at high rates. I've never heard it that way. You view it differently than me. I've never heard that. Go ahead. Anything else?
She's not gonna apologize. They were looking for him to apologize. So, again, we've gotten to the point where Trump was controlled by Putin. Remember this? Trump was controlled by Vladimir Putin and Russia. Okay? Then we moved to where Trump was controlled by Elon Musk. Elon Musk was actually controlling Donald Trump. Elon Musk was running the White House and running the country. He was the shadow president. Okay? Then we moved to Israel's actually controlling President Trump. Israel is pulling the strings. Netflix Yahoo is really the president. Like at some point in time, it's hilarious. It's just hilarious that they just continue to invent new powerful people that are controlling everything. Oh man, everybody, Trump is being controlled, guys. Good Lord, man. This is why I don't take a lot of that nonsense seriously at all.
For and our country is hot. We're going to have a signing celebration at the White House tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern. Of course, that's today. A little bit delayed, but he's the president. There's a lot going on, including a phone call with Vladimir Zelensky, according to the president, that happened earlier in the day. So we don't, maybe he's on a different call or that kind of thing. But looking forward to the live coverage here in a minute. As I continue on from the president, I know that's kind of small for you to read, so that's why I'm reading it here. All congressmen and women and senators are invited. Together, we will celebrate our nation's independence and the beginning of our new golden age. The people of the United States of America will be richer, safer, and prouder than ever before. Thank you to Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, and all of the wonderful Republican members of Congress who helped us deliver on our promises and so much more. Together, we can do things that were not even imagined possible less than 1 year ago. We will keep working and winning.
With Monday.com.
Congratulations, America. Speaking of America, speaking of President Trump, and speaking of the 249th birthday for our country, America 250 was just kicked off yesterday, of course, with President Trump there. Let's go to one of those sound bites where President Trump was talking about...
Okay, so apparently, I'm going to have, listen, I'm going to have to just, we're going to have to go, I'm just going to have to get in my truck and live stream and drive down to South Florida because apparently they're putting up road signs for Alligator Alcatraz.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
The fact that this is a sign is the greatest thing I've
30
ever
seconds
seen.
until minions spawn.
I gotta go see Alligator Alcatraz. I've got to go. I need to see this place. I need to go hang out. It's amazing. Holy crap. Alligator Alcatraz, let's go. Probably like, I mean, actually I could go to Orlando and then I could make a trip down to the Everglades. It's probably about 4 hours to Orlando,
Minions
I think.
have spawned.
But yeah, that's pretty amazing. But of course, you know, these are the people right here that Elon Musk is about to help them. Leftists are burning the USA flag in NYC on July 4th. This is who Elon Musk is about to help.
America was built off stolen land. Y'all know that, right? America was built off stolen land.
That was built on migrant labor, migrant blood, migrant people, migrant culture, that they sell back to us and profit off of. It's bullshit. Until everybody's free, no one's free. Because he's a bullshit version of a mayor. He doesn't support his people, even though he claims to. He places false safety, aka NYPD, out instead of fixing the root of the problem, which is poverty, which is housing, which is mental health crisis, which is...
You could be working right now and earning money instead of not having a job and being out in a country that allows you to tell you to tell them how much you hate it because of the freedoms that we have, that you claim that you hate, yet you're utilizing those freedoms right now. The same freedoms that you claim you hate, you're using right now, because the only reason you're able to do this is because you're in the United States of America, you fucking retard.
Lack of support.
Don't get no justice! Look, if we don't get no justice! We need a new flag!
More people bought my Cobra Cast t-shirt today than you have at your rally. Just say it. So anyway, just wanted to show you guys that. But yeah, this is right. This is what Elon Musk is helping indirectly. Obviously, I'm not saying that he was directly involved. He's indirectly though helping people like this when he pushes the idea of a new party, because a new party does not hurt the left. A new party hurts the right. That's the bottom line, because the left is unified in their hatred of Trump and their hatred of freedom. That's the problem every time. When you create a new party or a new idea, the potential to pull people away from the conservative side is that's where you will pull from, because you're not going to pull it from the left, because the left is unified in their hatred of freedom and of America. They're never moving away from that idea. They're not going to go, oh, well, I hate Trump and I hate freedom and I hate America. Let me check out the America Party. That's not going to fucking do anything. You're not helping anything with America. You're hurting America by doing that.
An ally has been slain.
That's my issue. Okay, so we're still waiting. Nothing right now. Men Are Speaking says a lot of 2A are as bad as the Lolberts. They are threatening to leave. They never vote R over parts of the bill they only learned about a month ago. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely, I mean, with 2A though, the reason people are so sensitive about that is once you start taking away any 2A rights at all, it's opening the door to taking away all of those rights at some point in the future, and that's why people are so sensitive about it. And I think that's a valid reason to be concerned. It's like anything else. It's to get, if you give these fucking weirdos an inch, they will take a mile. They're not looking for compromise at all, and I think that's the concern from it. Jeremy the Cyborg for 20 says, my response to everyone I hear or see say that Massey is principled and that's why he voted no on the big beautiful bill is to ask them then why did he vote yes in 2023 for Biden's spending bill in committee and the House. Well, he was being principled as well there. You know, you don't understand. You don't understand it. That's what it is. They won't have a good answer for you on that. As a matter of fact, I saw this tweet in reference to that. If I can find it. It's pretty funny. Right here. Yeah, here it is. Massey blocked Trump's $8 billion border wall in 2019. Let's put this into perspective. Massey blocked Trump's $8 billion border wall in 2019. Now we get to pay $45 billion for a wall, and now have to deport 20 million illegal immigrants. Fiscal responsibility. He stands on principle, guys. I'm going to block the vote in 2019 for $8 billion. But in 2025, we can pay $45 billion for it. Fucking, he's a retard. Well, I wouldn't even say he's a retard. I would say he just wants to create chaos, and he's going to vote against Trump on everything. So, okay, this has got to be like this has got to be one of the greatest things I've ever seen. This tweet's been going around, and I love it so much. Okay, hang on. Never mind. This is probably what you guys wanted to see. Okay, now the key thing. Okay, so this has got to be one of the best comments I've ever seen. All right, look at this person and all of the crazy shit that they are whining about Trump, and they're just like, he's still Trump. Always wins. It always turns out in his favor. He fucks up 1,000 times in a row. He's largely reviled. He's a joke. And somehow at the end of the day, he gets his way. He'll be sitting at the Resolute desk tomorrow signing fucking cataclysm for the 4th, like he promised. Because God is real, and he hates us. This is amazing, all right? And then right here, look no further than Butler, or what happened last summer in Butler. 9,999 times out of 10,000, the person being targeted in that situation would be pushing up daisies. Yet somehow he survived. And like Robin Hood or some mythological folk hero, he actually became even more defied in the minds of his followers. Literally, just happened to be turning his head at the exact right moment. What the fuck kind of luck is that? I love TDS. I love watching it happen in real time. These people are amazing. These people are broken. Their brains are broken. And they have no concept of the real world at all. And they don't, like, they think that Trump is this mythological creature. They do. I don't. Trump's just he's just a flawed human being. But they think that Donald Trump is this mythical creature. They think that he is beyond humanity. They think that he has powers that are supernatural. Trump supporters think he's funny. They're like, hey man, this guy says fucking dumb shit and talk shit and he'll call people names. He's funny. We can meme on him. He's very self-aware. He knows he's an egomaniac. He knows that he's, loves himself, and he leans into that. He's funny. He's goofy. He makes mistakes. He says words wrong. He says things in a weird way. Like this is why we like the guy, because he's relatable. The people that hate him, say, oh man, he's got some superpowers. All right, here we go.
So, Sanjay is also because of the truth and common sense and standing up for what is right.
And we have the UFC. The UFC has confirmed it will hold a championship fight on the grounds of the White House in summer 2026 as part of the United States 250th anniversary celebrations. What is that? This is amazing. You gotta love it, man. So cool. So cool. Man, what a timeline we're in. What a timeline. Let's see. Heroic Kitten says turn this shit off, please. I don't know what I'm playing. Probably the burning of the American flag. Jerry D. Sills, thank you for becoming a member. Midnight Light says, Jeremy, you big, the TV in the back is stuck. Is it? Yeah, it looks like my PlayStation froze up. Oh well, it'll be okay. Jer Bama. Oh, that is I'm Jewish. Say Shylock out loud. See, there you go. People like funny shit. Sola Felix is Elon Trump similar to Caesar Pompey in Rome, who would be the top guy. Caesar quote, "I'd rather be the first man in the village than the second in Rome."
Turret plating
Rebin
will soon
199
fall.
says, watch for a while. Thanks for what you do. Hail to 199. Beardo is gay. Benjamin says, do you think Michael Bay will direct The Rock 2 Escape from Alligator Alcatraz? Hail the chat. Wouldn't that be? Green Raptor says, Elon Musk creating the American Party as Ross Bro 2.0. Musk is either historically ignorant of this or he knows and he doesn't care, leaning towards the first at present and the second after he does. I don't think Elon is ignorant at all. I would never accuse him of being ignorant. And ignorant doesn't mean stupid, it just means he's uneducated on that particular thing, but I just don't think he's ignorant to this at all. I don't. Little Jim's Halo says, we conquered this land, the most advanced survive. Zinni Biscuit says, send them to Africa and wish them luck. Jim P says, Trump is making MAGA GOP stronger for 2026. Ben Reiner's best argument for conservatives leftist talk. That's true. Minner Speaky says, what am I talking about is that the 2A got better, but it wasn't good enough. 2A got better, and they're still whining. I hear you on that, man. Andrew Sierra says, can we get AOC versus Luna mud and bikini opening fight next year? If Trump can pull that off,
Shut down.
if Trump can pull that off,
Ally has been slain.
he will truly be the GOAT. Just saying. Okay? Just saying. Polite Rue Guy says, we must handle U.S. House before Trump 2028. Slain Hope says, why is it America is only built on stolen land and racist when a Republican is president? Why didn't Obama have to deal with the ICE process? It's interesting how that happens. It's very interesting. Steven Strange says, what a strange timeline we live in when headlines like this. Linda McMahon responds after Gavin Newsom's office used a clip of GOP mayor.
This guy can't hit a single fucking spell, dude. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's definitely a timeline. It's definitely a timeline.
What?
You suck.
Nice.
Sometimes, whether the polls or whether these things are on there.
What is this thing about, like, I know Elon Musk keeps claiming Steve Bannon is going back to jail for a long time. I don't know what that's in reference to. I don't know what Steve Bannon is supposedly going to go back to jail for. I have no idea. I don't really follow Steve Bannon that much. I was accused of working for him. I mean, I've kind of been accused of working for a lot of people, but I don't know Steve Bannon. So, Bannon said before Elon. I know he said that, but I'm just curious, like, what is this about him going back to jail? What is this whole narrative about? Because I don't know. I don't know. This alligator Alcatraz sign is super cool. Well, I thought we were going to stay on that live feed, but maybe we're not going to stay there yet. Philly Smackdown says, first live chat, hail to 199. Let's go, man. Well, welcome in. Hope you enjoy the show. Appreciate it. Thank you so much for being here. I'll probably disappoint you soon, so I apologize in advance for that. But, look at this. Look at this mega Chad right here. Mega Chad. Mega Chad Trump. All that time ago. Look at this guy. Athlete. Young, vibrant man. He's an absolute physical specimen. Like, I don't think I think he could take Jordan in his prime. I really do. I think he could take Jordan in his prime. And he could probably take Tiger Woods in his prime. All right? Like, what an absolute mega Chad. J Red says you already did disappoint. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Yeah. Makes sense. So. Alright, back to this. don't want to miss when it starts.
It's live coverage here that we bring you. So glad to do it. And minute, let's go to a couple sponsors as we await the president. AngelPace.com.
All right, I just found and I only share this because we have probably like a 90% male audience here. Okay, so of the 90% male audience, I think you can all appreciate this meme right here. Eating, masturbating, spending time to find the perfect video.
All right, I'll be back in a sec.
Yep.
Oh man. Oh man.
Of course, that are all great that we're seeing here on the network. So All right, live there, and look at that bottom right corner there. You see the red, white, and blue, America, the American flag there, the United States American.
For our land, so that if they
Oh, dude,
Like,
that's so fucking
now,
cool.
so we should just change everything in history. Get the fuck out of here. I know you think that's going to get you laid. I know you think that that's going to get you laid. I do. I get it. I do. And I do respect that aspect of it, where you're essentially saying, like, ladies, you're trying to get laid. Joker says, I don't care what anyone says. My favorite Independence Day song is Call a Marine from Toby Keith. Thank you. Toby Keith is the GOAT. Fantastic Snock says, so LA tried to ban 4th of July celebrations. Thoughts? It's LA. I mean, what do you expect? So, Johnny Witzka says, can you explain the nonstop 250-year events? I want to go to one. Where is it going to be held at? I hope to catch whichever one Trump will attend so I can meet him. But what can you tell me about it? I mean, it's something Trump campaigned on. He campaigned on this entire year-long celebration. I'm sure the Trump website probably has a lot of this stuff mapped out, but I don't have any specifics or anything like that. Top Gunner says, that's my president. Nancy handed out 1,000 pins from Cartier. My president hands out fat Sharpies from Office Depot. Heisman says, happy the 4th of July, Jeremy. Are you so proud to be an American? Will we finally get products made in the USA and not in China? Also talk about MCU fan love for Krista. Fantastic Knox says, Kamala called saying, I don't like this One Big Beautiful Bill, and this is Trump's Project 2025 hiccup. I reminded her that she's on the bottle and she needs it to get off. Yes, she does. 100%. So look at these right here. Tell me this isn't fucking cool. Look at that. Insane optics. Insanity. Like, this is the coolest thing ever. Like, you don't get cooler than that right there. You just don't. I mean, that is badass. There's a video too. I think I bookmarked it. Let me see. Right here. Here's some video.
Death is like the wind, always by my side.
Oh yeah! Play it over. Look up, look up. USA! 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 USA!
That's awesome right there, man. That is badass indeed. Bone Jangles for 20 says Elon is a man-child. If he followed the past 100 years, he'd know three parties won't work. Remember Ross Perot when conservatives split their votes and liberals all voted for Clinton. I know. I don't know what his angle is, but it's not good. It's not good at all. So, all right, are they still live? They may be ending the stream here soon.
Justice. That's a pretty word.
Well, we've got Fox News talking about Superman. So, of course, we do. Later today, we have fireworks. I think that's going to be a little bit later tonight from the White House, if I'm not mistaken. So, we'll see.
30 seconds.
Elon is a loser. I mean, I'm not going to call Elon Musk a loser. Elon Musk is a fucking genius, and he's one of the most accomplished human beings on the planet. It's just frustrating that he's decided to go in this direction. But I certainly wouldn't call him like a loser. Not at all. You'll never hear me call Elon Musk that because I don't think he is. I think he's a genius. who lacks common sense to some extent. You know, but that's kind of par for the course for a lot of geniuses, where they think on such a different level than people like me that they don't grasp it.
But it's the obsession.
Delta Entertainment says, "What's up, Jerry?" New low. I mean, we've seen the left do some really horrible things, but it's definitely you know, another low for them. I would call it another low. I don't know if it's a new low, but it's definitely another low for them. TVZT says, "Love from Ireland, had a hot dog, nearly shat myself." Let's go! That's the most American thing you can do. T-Herb says, "Jeremy, you should grow your beard out too, and you will look like Neil Cuckman, especially when you become a black adult too." I'm cutting all of my hair right now. I'm cutting it all. Like, dude, I saw some of those videos when I had my facial hair grown out, and I'm like, why did I do that? Like, it looks terrible. Like, it looks really bad. But maybe I should let my facial hair grow out again, and I got my hair completely grown out. I would completely look like a caveman. That's an idea. That's an idea. That's an idea. I dig it. I dig it. Michael Williams says, "Jeremy's going to be one of those pool streamers. Maybe you can get one of those." John freaking Murdoch for 50 says, "Too bad some people can't just enjoy the holiday for your lazy by the pool fun. By the way, how much for the main reveal?" My hair? I don't have to grift it. It's not even about like how much. It's just that whenever I get to a point where I know I'm going to have to cut my hair, there's President Trump right there. Hang on. I'll answer that in a minute. Trump 2028, let's go! So sadly, I was informed that Lee Greenwood is the person that changed the lyrics. Lee Greenwood changed the lyrics in 2003. FML. Yes, he did it for inclusivity.
The sword's poor company for a long road.
Everybody's singing Toby.
Just looking for a road home. My honor left. I'll give you the reason.
An ally has been slain. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
This blade never gets any lighter.
I'm looking for a different source that has better audio, but I can't find anything right now.
Unstoppable.
No heart, not the name.
Double kill.
Is a leaf's only purpose to fall.
Yeah, I see the White House has a feed, but this visual is better here than the White House feed.
Double kill. Slain an enemy. An ally has been slain.
No one is promised tomorrow.
What a fucking idiot, dude. Holy fuck.
Hey man, why you gotta fucking swear, dog?
Because he's a fucking faggot retard. Dogs out the game.
It's just nothing serious.
Yeah, like I said, so I've looked at, there's a lot of feeds, but this is the only one that has Trump and Melania, and then the overhead shot. The audio kind of sucks, but it's the best we got.
An ally has been slain. Legendary.
Katy Perry. Katy Perry hates Trump so much. I love that her song is playing.
Wanderer isn't always lost.
guys would like me to commentate, I can, or if you would just like me to stay muted, I'm good either way. Audio bump. Audio bump.
The sword's for company.
Legendary.
I will not forget who I am.
Jeremy Osteen praised the 4th of July, praised the super chats that are rolling in, praise all of the money that Jeremy Osteen is making right now.
Legendary.
Just looking for a road home.
Legendary. Shut down.
Wicked?
Going
I think so. I thought Wicked was a good movie. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I thought it was a damn good movie.
Triple kill. An enemy has been slain.
Let's go, baby.
Victory.
It was not.
Back in 2003, you did this? Back in 2003? Oh. It's just like you can't win, man. The wokeness is everywhere. Wokeness is everywhere. Here's another clip of them doing the YMCA. That's good stuff. That's awesome. So yeah, seeing Melania do it is pretty awesome. So good stuff indeed. Okay, there's a lot for me to catch up on. Crystal D for 50 says the first big beautiful bill passed. Then I won big at the slots at the All Vets Club. Then I wanted to watch a D-Day Cobra stream and spend the evening with all of you. And here you are. Excellent 4th of July. Thank you for being here. Hail the 199. Happy Independence Day. God bless the USA. Thank you, Crystal. Thank you for the super chat, and I'm glad that you won big at the slots. That's awesome. Thank you for the support. Really do appreciate it. Back to John freaking Murdoch's super chat. So how much for the main reveal? So like I said, with me, whenever I do... Like, you know... few weeks. So a few days ago, on Independence Day, he puts up a poll on Twitter basically saying, it's the perfect time to ask if you want independence from the two-party, some would say uniparty system. Should we create the America Party? It ended like 65 to 35. So here he says, by a factor of 2 to 1, you want a new political party and you shall have it. When it comes to bankrupting our country with waste and graft, we live in a one-party system, not a democracy. Today, the America Party is formed to give you back your freedom. So I just said, you know, good luck with that. And this is a real picture of Trump, by the way, wearing Vipers. I don't know if you guys have ever seen this, but this is a real picture of Trump right here. This is not photoshopped. This is no filter. Real picture of Trump right there. And so this has created a huge discussion online. And, you know, I think Elon has made a fool of himself, which he's done quite a bit recently. And he just spoke out and he says, Elon Musk says President Trump will bankrupt the country. And that's the reason he began taking swipes at Trump. So let me simplify that for you really quickly. Donald Trump couldn't be bought and paid for, so Elon Musk got mad. That is essentially what happened. Elon Musk thought he was buying a presidency, and he thought that he was going to have control over President Trump. And now, because he doesn't have control over President Trump, he's now running back to the Democrats, because the America Party, or the un-American Party, will essentially just be the Democratic Party. That's what it will be.
Today on the you're gonna smack
great taste, zero sugar.
the fret.
Simple as that. People can try to justify this, and a lot of libertarians are out there trying to justify this. But the bottom line is it will 100% just be a Democratic Party. So look right here, Scott Pressler says, asked Grok if creating a third party would elect Democrats, and it agreed. Grok, would the creation of the America Party help elect more Democrats? Yes, forming the America Party would likely elect more Democrats by splitting the Republican vote. I mean, this is only common sense. It's not because Grok said it, it's true. It's common fucking sense. And you have a lot of dumb motherfuckers that don't understand how any of this works. And they're like, oh no, this is a good idea, Jeremy. You are retarded if you think this is a good idea. You are retarded. And Elon is an agent of chaos at this point in time, because ultimately he has ran into the same issue that many other people have run into. He's not as popular as Donald Trump, and he's never going to be. And it hurt his ego. This is the problem with Hollywood. This is the problem with celebrities. This is the problem with a lot of these people that can't come to grips with the fact that Donald Trump is the alpha of alphas, and you're never going to out-Trump Trump. And his ego couldn't take it, and so here he is creating this. Now let me remind you that Elon Musk also backed Ron DeSantis in the primaries, and we all know how that turned out. Didn't turn out too well for him, did it? No, it didn't. You know, DeSantis couldn't do really anything, and of course, DeSantis, arguably one of, if not the best governors in the entire country, but did nothing with Elon backing him. Nothing with Elon backing him. Elon and Massey backing him, and he did nothing. Zero. You know, here's Terrence Williams. If the America Party is anti-Trump, MAGA, then I don't want anything to do with it. And I said it will be full of anti-Trumpers, just like the failed DeSantis campaign. If you remember, the DeSantis campaign was full of anti-Trumpers. That's all it was anti-Trumpers. And that's what hurt the movement for DeSantis, is because the people that were supporting DeSantis were not really pro-America people. They were just anti-Trump people, you know? And so that's really all it was. Somebody in the chat says, I stand with Massey. You're welcome to stand with Massey. You're welcome to be a loser for the rest of your life. I mean, it's not for me to decide, okay? But bottom line is Massey has absolutely zero chance of having any real impact moving forward, okay? And I mean, it's perfectly fine. Go ahead and stand with him. You and the 2% of people can go stand with Massey forever. Go for it. Have at it. Have fun. But you're standing with a bunch of losers. You know, meanwhile, Donald Trump literally changing the landscape of American culture and the American political system. But you're with the principal guy. I'm with the principal guy. Okay, well, go for it. How'd those principles work out when he campaigned for DeSantis? Not too good, huh? Not too good, huh? So ultimately, you know, now with Elon taking these shots at Trump, this is probably going to escalate everything, and I don't think it's going to be pretty. But I also see that the majority of people that have any level of common sense see right through all of this. You know, this guy, James Fishback, he's been calling Elon out a lot. He says he advised Doge, and here's what's weird about this, okay? This is about to get really, really weird, okay? And I hate to even bring this up, but it's necessary to bring up, all right? Shit's about to get weird, boys. Just get ready, okay? So James Fishback says, I respected Elon, I advised Doge, blah, 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 blah. You know, he's been
Dog, stop fucking losing.
100%. While it's still up for debate,
Nice,
if
I
Elon
just won
can
the
even
last
make an
game, but
impact,
okay.
the only thing that could
No,
help
you
him is
lost.
helping the Democrats. Elon endorsed DeSantis,
Nice, dude.
and that couldn't even help him beat Nikki Haley. Now, here's where it gets weird. Here's where it gets weird. You got some replies here. Now, I don't want to be someone that creates nonsensical rumors, and I'm not creating a rumor because this rumor has been out there. There's been a rumor that something happened between Elon Musk and Stephen Miller, an altercation or whatever, an argument. I know there was also one with like, what's his name, the other guy, but there's another rumor out there that there was some tension between Elon and Stephen Miller because something to do with Stephen Miller's wife. And look at the response here. This is Stephen Miller's wife commenting on James Fishback's post criticizing Elon. And she says, "You wouldn't advise Doge." So Stephen Miller's wife comments on James Fishback's post criticizing Elon to basically take up for Elon. Right there, wife of Stephen Miller. Not good. Not good at all. So, I think this is gonna get ugly, to say the least. Why did she say that? I have no idea, because I believe that he even responded right here. Elon, my shame on you. Stop making your employees lie for you. Yes, James Fishback served as an outside advisor for the Department of Government Efficiency. He is notably recognized for proposing the Doge Divide plan. So this is her. I don't understand it, man. It's a wild, wild situation that's unfolding right now with that one. I don't like it. And I don't know why he's even getting involved. Like, why is he getting involved? Like, literally, it's in your profile. Your claim to existence on Twitter is that you're the wife of Stephen Miller. So if you are the wife of Stephen Miller, and that's all you're known as on Twitter, why get in the kitchen and make a sandwich, woman, okay? Why are you creating more problems? It sucks, dude. But Elon, I think, wants to create chaos, and he is creating it big time. So, you know, because I don't listen to a lot of these rumors and nonsense. But when she commented on this guy's post defending Elon, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on right now? What is happening? Yeesh. So yeah, expect things to continue to unfold as the shots against Elon and Trump continue. So the source of this right here, the source of this particular tweet is right here. This person tagged Elon Musk says, "Please tell us what made you go from loving Donald Trump as much as a straight man can love another to taking swipes towards him and his efforts. There had to be one thing that caused this change. What was it?" Now, this is in reference to a tweet that Elon Musk made several months ago, who said, what Elon said about
dude.
real Donald Trump. As much as a straight man, as much as a man can love another straight man, or something to that effect. Okay? And so here's Elon saying, increasing the deficit from the already insane $2 trillion under Biden to 2.5. This will bankrupt the country. So what does this behavior remind us of? What does this behavior remind us of? Libertarian, one single issue voter nonsense. Oh, I love everything Donald Trump has done. He's the perfect president, except this one issue that I disagree with him on. Therefore, I have to freak out and go crazy. So there you have it. Single issue voter bullshit. Weak-minded libertarian bullshit. But hey, now that Elon Musk is a libertarian, everyone, I'm sure that's going to go very, very well. Oh, look there, Mr. Libertarian Elon Musk. Assault rifles should at minimum require a special permit. And you have to be extremely well vetted. Well, I wonder how that's going to go over with the libertarians. I'm sure the libertarians are going to be fine with this, right? I mean, I'm sure they're going to love this.
I seek only the strongest.
So now what? Libertarians, how you going to deal with that? How you going to deal with that, libertarians? Ooh, tough situation, huh? Tough situation. Or we could see where Elon said he's a socialist. Back in 2018, he said he's a socialist. Oof, tough spot for those libertarians with those principles. Let's see how those principles are. Let's see what's going on with those principles. See, now all those people are like, chill out, dude, Elon's right. Now what are those people saying in the chat? Now those same people are like, oh, fuck. Maybe Elon isn't right. So this will be interesting, and we know that the libertarians, they'll fight each other, and they'll cry and they'll whine, and they'll find new reasons to be offended. So it'll be interesting. Thomas Massey, Mr. Principal Thomas Massey. Your American Party movement is led by someone that has this belief.
There is the hunter.
How you feel about that one, Thomas Massey? You're working for this guy, Thomas Massey. You're working for this guy now. Let's see how that works out for you. Oh, hey, thank you. Clear American named person. Thank you for letting me know that the foreigner Elon Musk can change his mind. Thank you, clearly American named person. I'm sure you voted in the poll that Elon got from a bunch of Americans. Thank you so much. Really appreciate your insight. Thank you. Good job. You got like 22 iPhones in front of you, so you can kind of vote on Elon's poll real quick. Is that what we got going on here? Like, yeah. I'm just gonna vote for Elon in Elon's poll really quick. 242 times in like 3 seconds.
One more grave.
Matter of fact, now this is not scientific, but I have. Well, this isn't scientific, but I think I have it figured out. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the American Party of Elon Musk. Here it is right here. The American Party of Elon Musk. There you go. So I'm sure this will go over very well. You know, because this is the majority of people that voted in his, you know, in his scientific poll. So I'm sure that'll go over good. I'm sure that'll go over well. And guess what, guys? Oh, you're gonna love this one, okay? Because now we already have the spokesperson for the American Party, ladies and gentlemen. The spokesperson for the American Party, none other than Malaysia's own Ian Miles Chong. Let him tell you about your country. So Elon will have this as his front person This will represent. This is the face of the American Party for Elon Musk right here. So there we have it. There we have it. Let me tell you about your country. That's going to be the tagline of the American Party. Let me tell you about your country.
Your turret has been destroyed. An enemy has been slain.
Anyway, it should be a fun time. It should be a fun time on social media over the next few weeks with with Elon Musk losing his mind over it. And we're just gonna have to see.
Shut down.
I saw.
How often you gonna practice with your guitar, dog?
Video.
I don't know if I can get it working. Probably every day. Makes sense.
And Charlie is a little.
How long will it take you to play the fucking Van Allen fucking song?
Well, what I want to learn, it's roughly 12 to 13, 11 and a half to 13 minutes. So probably a while.
But here we
How long?
Okay, we got 2 more to get to. Bob, what is on your mind?
Months at least. Because
Bob,
guitar
what
by
is your
default
thing?
isn't
Being a member,
easy,
yes, sir.
so.
How many hours per day?
At first probably like an hour, maybe probably an hour. But if I actually, once I actually get familiar with it, probably longer.
About the Trump-Elon gap now, and I'm just wondering what you see as happening in terms of.
Yeah, they say like
continuing to go out there spending
you need like 10,000 hours master or something. You gonna do that, dog?
know how effective Doge is going to be now that Elon is gone.
Why not? No.
Mindset stays because it's so important.
Because 10,000 hours from now is an insane amount of time for something that I'm not getting
On
paid
Saturday,
for.
he will launch the America Party. We'll see if that's actually true. Look, we're on the same page.
You're not gonna do it for the love of guitar, dog.
I'm not saying that I won't do it. I'm just saying that it's fairly
Senate
not
candidates
possible.
to defeat Democrats to help balance the budget.
Well, I mean, that would make sense, but the problem is that it's an ego thing with Elon. He doesn't have control over the Republican Party.
Nice.
He never will have control over the Republican Party. He will not be the big dog. He never will be. It will always be Trump. As long as Donald Trump is living and breathing, he will be the most important and influential figure in the Republican Party, and it's not even close. And so that's one of the problems that Elon is dealing with.
The point is that we need more fighters in DC. Don't start a new party. Work within the Republican Party. For example, there's been a ton of primaries. Here's a great example. Elon, get involved in the North Carolina open Senate seat in that primary. Find a strong pistol.
He kind of already got involved a little bit. See, again, this is where I think that I don't want to disrespect Elon to the level of it just being ridiculous, because he's the richest man in the world. He's a fucking genius, and he is creating things that nobody else can create. But when it comes to the political world, and I'm putting specific parameters on it, when we're talking about politics, all right, just politics. When it comes to politics, Elon Musk, I said this a few weeks ago. Elon Musk is Bill Belichick without Tom Brady. Trump was Tom Brady. Elon Musk is Belichick. Everyone thinks that Belichick is the greatest coach of all time. Guess what? As soon as Tom Brady left, it all fell apart. Belichick was amazing when he had Tom Brady as his quarterback. And Elon is an amazing asset with Tom Brady. Tom Brady being Donald Trump as his quarterback. But
Bro,
if
these
you don't
people are
have
fucking
Trump,
retarded, dude.
you're
My God.
You have a ton of money, but you don't have a ton of influence. We saw that with DeSantis. We saw that with Wisconsin. He doesn't have any juice by himself. With Trump, it's the perfect combination of individuals to team up. It's a perfect scenario. But Trump is the person that's the dominant force in that situation. But when you bring Elon into it, it just elevates everything else because of the combo of Trump and Elon. Without Elon, Trump is still Trump in the political world. But without Trump, Elon is not very relevant in the political world. That's the truth.
Conservative. Find someone that fits your values. We are on the same team to save Western civilization. It would be a mistake for you just to go and start a political party. It'd be a gift. What we call it the greatest threat to civilization. The woke mindset. Starting the American Party would have an unintended consequence of having a lot of damage in our country. I still think that Elon deserves enormous credit. I know people are trying to Harley, why are you complimenting Elon so much? Because I tell the truth. Because I don't get emotions.
And the truth is that Elon's being a backstabbing bitch, though. Like, that's the truth. He's legitimately backstabbing Trump right now. How do you go from sitting on the Joe Rogan podcast to telling Joe Rogan that if Donald Trump does not win, this could be the last election in the history of our country if Donald Trump doesn't win? And now 6 months into Trump's, campaign or his presidency, you've already jumped ship. He's been here 6 months. He's cleaning up all of this shit around the world. He's not ready to jump ship in 6 months after claiming that the United States system is going to end forever if Trump doesn't win. It's fucking crazy, dude. So anybody that's taking this shit seriously, like, if you're in it for the memes, I hear you. But if you think that Elon Musk is actually knowledgeable about how the American political system works, you are fucking retarded. Because he doesn't know shit.
Elon helped us win last year. Period. He helped by Twitter. He donated to Turning Point Action. We chased ballots together. I'm not gonna forget that. Sorry. I don't think you're an enemy.
Hang on. Let's see. Blue Boy, you are retarded. So I just want to establish that right there. You're retarded. Elon supported Trump because he knew Trump would win the moment he got shot in Butler. I'd also like to remind you, Blue Boy, I don't know, you may only be like, 10 years old. You may have finally just put down Fortnite for a few minutes to listen to this show, all right? And by the way, you're way too young to be listening to this show if you're, that age. But, and maybe your parents just don't know where you're at. I don't know. But, Blue Boy, I would recommend get back on Fortnite. I'll whoop your ass over there on Fortnite, by the way. But, the reality of the situation is Donald Trump already won an election and Elon Musk was nowhere in sight. I'm not sure if you're aware of that yet, but he won an election in 2016 against the Obama transgender family, the Bush crime family, all right, the Clinton crime family, the mainstream media, woke Hollywood, and big tech. So I'm pretty sure Donald Trump knows what he's doing. And on top of that, he also won in 2020. So you're going to tell me that Trump won in 2020, he clearly, or in 2016, he won in 2020, but he wouldn't have won in 2024 without Elon. Get the hell out of here, dude. Retarded people. So again, get back on court. I'll beat your ass over there too. Anyway, back to politics.
But I think we should just say, hey, Elon, we want you to come back. Let's link arms. Let's work in the trenches together. You are on Team Civilization. Stay there. Let's work collaboratively. Know that, men say stuff. We leave an outstretched hand here. Figure this out. Get into a room. Say what needs to be said. And then together we can elect more balanced budget fiscal conservatives. And I will say this once and I'll say it repeatedly. That he bought X is a boon and a stimulus to cause a free speech like this we may never see again.
I do agree with that, and I've said this plenty of times in terms of like, it's not that I don't think that Trump won because Elon endorsed him. I think that you could make an argument that Trump certainly won because Elon bought X or Twitter. You can make that argument in terms of opening the discussion so that more people heard the truth. Absolutely. I absolutely think that's a valid argument. But not because Elon Musk endorsed him in the most convenient moment possible. It's the definition of a frontrunner. Elon Musk fully endorsed Donald Trump the day he got shot in Butler and stood there and said, fight, 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 with blood running down his face. Elon did that because he knew Trump was going to win in that moment. Now, if you want to make an argument that Elon buying Twitter is why Trump won, I think that's a valid argument to have, mainly because of the lack of control of the narrative that the left had. Because if you look back on how things went in 2020, look how many things got shut down that we were trying to discuss. Like when we, remember 2020? Remember watching that election? Remember? All of a sudden, we're watching the election, and guess what? It's playing out just like 2016 did. And all of a sudden, they stopped counting? They stopped counting? Why are we stopping counting? And Trump was in the lead when they stopped counting. And then we all woke up the next day. Oh, Joe Biden took the lead, guys. Wait, what? What? And of course, anyone that said anything got banned on social media, got banned on YouTube, you got banned everywhere if you dared to question. And that would be the difference in 2024, is that there was no silencing people, and Elon Musk played a huge role in that. So if you want to say it's because the purchase of Twitter, I will totally support that. But not just because Elon endorsed it. Not even close. Not even close. So anyway, hello everyone, welcome in. I know I got some chest issues. Hakeem Jerry says 199 ice. AOE2 Freaks says hail Jeremy and the chat, thank you. Cosmic Cowboy says I live in Texas and I have family that grew up around from around where the flooding is. I have even visited a few times. It is sad. I hope the people affected will recover as the best they can. It is a terrible situation, and we're gonna talk about it here. Let's see here. Cosmic Cowboy for a 20 says the three-party solution doesn't work. History tells us so. This is why we ended up with one of the most racist and awful presidents in Woodrow Wilson. Elon needs to stay in his lane. It will help elect more Democrats. It absolutely will. No doubt about it. It's only going to help Democrats. That is Eric Campbellfinger says Elon's not entirely wrong about spending in the bill. The Trump plan don't work. If it does work, the spending in the bill won't be an issue. Then Elon, you can't say he's not entirely wrong. He has no leg to stand on. Trump is 6 months into a 4-year term, and Elon is making a complete judgment on something that can't be judged. It can't be judged. But Elon has decided that he already knows. So that's why he's making a point. JRG Project says, remember, a conservative overseas is not the same as an American conservative. The European right, for example, is very mild compared to MAGA. Just recently, they have only called banking it's not about parties, but rather our constitutional republic and our nation. The only thing that parties do is strengthen or weaken the Constitution. This one will weaken us. It absolutely will. You know, when I commented on his original post, I said this is an anti-American idea. And then I thought this was well, there was layers to it. Number one, it's an anti-American idea because you are actively working to help the Democrats who will destroy this country once again. We've seen it happen. We've seen it happen more times than I can count. But just recently, we saw what the Democrats will do. And any idea that is meant to take votes away from the right and help the Democrats is an anti-American idea. Secondly, it's also anti-American because Elon said he's going to make his decision on whether to start this based on the results of that poll. That poll was not American voters. You're going to sit here and say that we live in a country where we need to have ID to vote, yet you just did a fucking Twitter poll? full of foreign people and Democrats and people that have nothing to do with the American political system just for the fucking memes, and you're gonna take that as gospel? It's an insane idea. It's insane. Let's see here. Nubbin for 199. Thank you. Chronicling Mayhem says, I mean, we've got 43 parties for Peru's elections in 2026. Gorgeous Mayhem says, to me, the America Party will be just like the Libertarian Party. It's going to get taken over by libertarians. That's essentially what it is. Like, you're going to have anti-Trump people and libertarians that are making up this party. That's it. It's all you're going to get. That's it. If you want to know what this party will look like, go look at the Ron DeSantis campaign. That's what you're going to get. Go look at that DeSantis campaign. DeSantis is a phenomenal politician. He absolutely is. Ran one of the worst campaigns I've ever seen, though. All because his campaign was built off of Trump derangement syndrome. You cannot win off of Trump derangement syndrome. You can't do it. It's impossible. So, I mean, that's all I can tell you. East Coast Social Boy says, one of two, I don't see what was in those bills that made Massey favor a Biden bill and not a Trump one. Doesn't seem like something he would do. But then again, Massey's also a flawed person like Trump and the rest of them. He isn't immune to mistakes either, and L is Thank you for the 2 super chats, East Coast Boy. Lord Torchwick says, I'm done watching agenda-free TV after his views on the Texas flood. Nothing but Trump hate that he's the cause. Please tell me he did not blame the Texas floods on Trump. Please tell me. I don't want to believe that. That is insane if that's the case. How can he blame that on Trump? I mean, I know he has TDS. I know agenda-free TV has TDS, but my God, I would be mind-blown if he blames the Texas floods on Trump. Thank you for the 99-cent super sticker. That would be crazy. Elon's chaos is as much to do with his how do you say that? Than his actual desire of promoting his business. The only issue he cares about is himself. With like, what's that, the Neuralink crap? I mean, listen, as much as I've always said, like, I liked Elon, I liked how whimsical he was. I'm not a Tesla person. I'm not putting a Neuralink in my fucking head or whatever the hell that is. I'm not buying a fucking Optimus robot to put in my house. He's doing things that are incredible, but I ain't putting that shit nowhere. I don't. The idea of a self-driving car freaks me out. The idea of a robot that can do everything I can do freaks me out. Neuralink freaks me out. I don't want anything to do with that shit. So, not at all. Fitted Sheet says, how much do you want to bet Tim Pool will vote America Party? Probably. That wouldn't surprise me. Dublin says, sip of water for the working man. Thank you. Isaac says, the America Party motto, do not redeem the card. Mitchell Field says, Clip, what the hell is even that? Joe Cool says, Katie Miller's background pic on X's SpaceX Starship launch. Mitchell Field says, Jeremy, we know talking about Elon is emotional for you. Aren't you still having his baby? Show the picture. Bro, offer's still on the table. Elon, if you're still dropping like $200 million, I mean, I'll have your baby for $200 million, okay? So, because Apple told me that men can get pregnant. I'm not sure that's true, but Apple told me it's true because they have the pregnant man emoji on there. So, 200 million is 200 million, right? Kingdom Hearts Gamer says, I knew it. They blame everything on Trump, and it's sad. They absolutely do. Snooty Mims says, we don't have the YouTube numbers, but we at Rumble is a small club that kind of like the show Cheers, where everybody knows your name. Hail the 199, badass dudes over here. Hail the chat. Thank you, Snooty Mims. Appreciate that. Let's see here. Do they still have that pregnant man emoji on iPhones? Do they still have that? By the way, you can go over to Teespring and get the official Cobra Cast logo hoodie or t-shirts. We got the t-shirts over here, long sleeve, short sleeve, whatever you're looking for. Different colors, all of that over on Teespring. So if you're interested, hop on over there. The link is in the description or in the pinned post, I'm sorry. So if you're interested in that, they are available for a limited time only. So make sure you go over there and check them out. Okay, so the Texas flood situation is bad. Now, one of the people that is, I think, doing an amazing job is Nick Sorto. You've seen me bring up his tweets in the past, and he apparently was on CNN today. He went to Texas to cover all of this, and his interview is pretty good. So let's listen to this interview with Nick Sorto, who's on the ground. This is from several hours ago. We do have it confirmed now. I believe 43 are dead and 15 are children, which is horrible. So let's watch this.
To follow breaking news out of central Texas, where at least 27 people are dead from severe flash flooding. And officials say 27 girls from a summer camp in Kerr County are still missing. Joining me right now is Nick Sorter, who is with the United Cajun Navy, a volunteer group primarily from the Louisiana region, assisting in recoveries and rescues in a variety of natural disasters. Nick is joining us now live from Kerrville, Texas. So, Nick, what have been your observations? How have you all been able to help?
You know, it's devastating out here. I mean, the videos, as always, they do it justice.